welcome to another episode of the Adam and Chris Show. I'm St. Adam.
I'm Chris Malice.
And today, we're here with another top 10. But this one's a little different. Chris is going to have his own top 10. I'm going to have mine. And why is that, Chris?
It'd be a long fucking list.
It would be. Well, we couldn't probably agree
on
the placement of things or whatever.
Well, not only that, but I think there'd be too much overshadow, you know.
Yeah, certain.
So this, I'd like to, get people to hear about other things.
Okay.
Somebody that's younger, that's not experienced one of these films that we're going to discuss, can now get exposed to it. So.
Yep.
All right, so my top 10.
Basically, the top 10 best comic book films. And we are starting off with Chris's top 10.
And this is basically films based on comic books, comic book material and
graphic novels.
So we'll start with mine. My first honorable mention would be Dick Tracy. If you can tell, look fucking gangsta. Like Big Boy Caprice. So, second one would be the original Ninja Turtles movie. That movie's
very
fantastic.
Good movie. The Darkest Turtle film.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
The one done the best, I think.
Very much so.
They had to water that second one down because all the kids were saying "damn."
Yeah, let them say "damn." Fuck it. Fuck it. That's your answer to everything. All right, so let's start with my first. Number 10, Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks. It's his best movie. People will say Forrest Gump. Fuck you. No, it's Road to Perdition, hands down.
Road to Perdition is a very good film.
It is based on a graphic novel. It's a mob movie. Tom Hanks' character is pretty much kind of the surrogate son / worker for a gangster played by Paul Newman, and his son witnesses a crime, and Newman has people go kill his wife and his other kid. And basically what ends up happening is they find out that Newman's son was embezzling money, and Tom Hanks eventually goes after him.
Who else is in this film?
Got a lot of people. You got Paul Newman, Tom Hanks. You got James Bond, Daniel Craig as Paul Newman's shithead son.
But who plays?
Jude Law.
There you go.
And Jude Law at his fucking creepiest. Plays a hitman that gets paid to go after Hanks.
Who also has, what's his motive or motif?
He likes to take pictures after he does a hit. So
that might be the creepiest part of him, like angling everything to get the perfect shot after the murder's been committed.
So Road to Perdition is my number 10. Number 9, you have to give it to the first fucking Blade movie. Marvel, I feel, would not have a place in the film game if it wasn't for fucking Blade. That movie broke so much ground. It really basically, said that comic book movies, especially more so from Marvel, can actually be a fucking thing.
It was the first Marvel film that had a wide studio release.
Yeah.
Because before that, we had that old school Captain America movie where they actually had to put rubber ears on his mask.
And then fucking Red Skull was Italian. Not German.
There's the Dolph Lundgren Punisher film, which...
It's not a terrible film. It's just not a good Punisher film.
There you go. And then let us not forget the Fantastic Four.
Oh, God.
Or maybe we should.
So my number 8 is the most recent Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Such a good film.
Great film. There's some real funny parts to it. I think we all loved fucking zombie Doctor Strange. That was great.
It could have been, because who directed it?
Sam Raimi.
So it could have been an Evil Dead spinoff.
Yeah. His hands are all over that movie, but the biggest thing for me was my girl Elizabeth Olsen fucking killing it as Scarlet Witch. There's not a whole lot I want to say about what happens in that movie because some people still haven't seen it. But
Bruce Campbell cameo
is great, and Elizabeth Olsen's amazing. She's the greatest Marvel woman ever. I'm sticking with that. I don't give a shit. She is. She is. I don't give a shit how crazy she is in there. That makes her even hotter. Fuck it. I love crazy chicks. The more dangerous, the better. All right.
Well, on to your next one. Then.
Captain America Winter Soldier. So I'm going to make the statement that Captain America of the solo Marvel films had the best trilogy. The first one was good. I still think it's overlooked because people look at it as a propaganda-like film, but who the fuck cares? It's cut from that World War II cloth, but I don't give a fuck because they're all bad people. The Axis of Evil was fucking evil. That's why they're called the Axis of fucking Evil. So
that middle part was added later.
Yeah. So it should be, we're fighting the fucking Nazis. Fuck them. So the Winter Soldier was really good because it was way more personal for Captain. Mm-hmm. Civil War is really good. I think it should have been an Avengers movie, but
it practically was.
Yeah. Baron Zemo had a very good point in that. But Winter Soldier, man, it really hit because a conspiracy, and then basically you have to go after somebody Captain has to go after his best friend. And, you find out that he's, Winter Soldier's that way, not because of his own doing. So.
Whoa, spoilers now.
I think everyone knew that. Come on. All right, my number 6 is Spider-Man 2. Again, Sam Raimi's one of my all-time favorite directors. And
yep.
Spider-Man 2, I think, is his best movie. Spider-Man 3 is not bad. I'll defend that. It's not one of the worst comic book movies ever made, but it's a damn good movie. It still holds up. Dr. Octavius, Alfred Molina, is fantastic. Kirsten Dunst is her at her cutest. Franco, he's good in it, but everything with Toby, man. Dealing with a story where a hero is starting to lose his powers and he decides, hey, I'm going to hang up the fucking reins.
Well, he started to lose his powers because he didn't really know if he wanted to be Spider-Man. Yeah. And that iconic scene where he throws the suit in the trash, straight out of the comics.
Yep. Great fucking movie.
And let's not forget, one of the best J. Jonah Jameson scenes.
Yep.
Where he's lamenting, Spider-Man being gone. And the suit that he found gets stolen right out of the office. He's like, he was a hero. He was a thief.
The train fight, fantastic.
Yeah.
And then
let's talk about Doc Ock as the villain.
He was great.
I mean, a hero is only as good as the villain he has to go against, or they have to go against. And Doc Ock certainly really pushed Peter Parker to his limits.
Yes, he did.
And that's not easy for me to say because I'm such a big Green Goblin fan.
I like the line after he throws the car into the dining area. I will peel her flesh from her bones.
What about everyone on the train who are like, if you want to get to him, you gotta go through me? He's like, okay.
Will do. I'm not like Gabi. I will go through you. So Spider-Man 2. My number 5, fucking Hellboy. The first Hellboy movie with Ron Perlman. I have yet to see the one with Harbour. I don't.
It's a mess.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I don't want to cry.
Harbour turns in a good performance, but let's face it, Ron Perlman was the first portrayal of Hellboy that I can even think of in any other media.
Yeah.
And he, not only in those movies, but he did 2 animated films and a video game. So he was the voice of Hellboy for a whole generation of people.
I think of a lot of myself when it comes to Hellboy because he's a very kind of like gruff, around the edges, kind of blue-collar kind of guy. He's got a job. His job is killing monsters. Everyone looks at him kind of like he's a monster because, kind of is. He's a demon. But, he's cut from a different cloth. He's a little bit more crass. And it's harder for the ladies to, I guess, like him, especially Liz Sherman. Mm-hmm. But she eventually warms up to him.
Well, I think of Hellboy. I think of our buddy Mike Hussein. Hey, Mike. But no, I mean, like that. The Guillermo del Toro is just a great director.
Yes, he is. He's one of the best.
He did change some things from the comics. I was listening to Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy, talk about it, and he's like, it made so much sense, to have Professor Broom and Hellboy have that father-son relationship. Yeah. He's like, I didn't think about it when I, was writing those characters. He's like, but it fits.
There's an underrated villain in there, Carl Rupert Cronin. Mm-hmm. He is fucking terrifying. The scene after he goes down and then he puts himself back together to sneak in there and give somebody stab. I'm not going to say who it is. Brilliant. Hellboy. My number 4 will be Suicide Squad, the James Gunn movie. That movie was fucking fantastic. John Cena as Peacemaker, fucking great.
Yep.
Bloodsport, Idris Elba, awesome. And
You can't really go wrong with Idris.
yeah. No, he can go wrong picking the movies he picks. He was in fucking Cats. What the fuck, dude?
I forgot
You're
about
brilliant.
that.
You're fucking brilliant, man. Why the fuck did you sign on to do that? Why? Why? But anyway.
Well, yeah, and, you know.
I get it's a fucking paycheck, but they were at one point going to put buttholes on the cats.
I've not seen the movie.
Did you just see the trailer? That alone. That alone. Jesus
Like, block
Christ.
that out.
Yeah, the fucking trailer made me uncomfortable. Looked like something on fucking it looked like something on a perverted fan site.
So
What
just
a
any fan site.
Yeah, I guess not the fun shit like Tifa from fucking Final Fantasy. You know, we're talking about cat fucking. What the fuck?
Well, to go back to the Suicide Squad, I mean, you got Margot Robbie returning again as Harley Quinn, and she's great.
Oh, yeah,
every time she's Harley, she just gets it. Ratcatcher 2,
Ratcatcher
the
was
heart
awesome.
of the film, and let us not forget probably the most beloved new character from that, King Shark.
King Shark was great, but also Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man.
So
was
like
fucking
that's
great.
a guy that's been like a D-list character for as long as I can remember, and they made him likable. They made him threatening.
Mm-hmm.
They put so many dimensions on that character, and James Gunn's good at that. You know,
Yep.
when he does his films. There's only one part of that Suicide Squad film that I wouldn't have done.
What's that?
Death of Captain Boomerang.
I will. Yes, but I'll also state Rick Flag dying because
I didn't care about that character.
In the book series, he's very.
Has he ever mattered in either of the films?
He's in the films not so much, but in the books he's kind of like a bit of the glue that puts the group together. Not in the newer books after the New 52 because they were just kind of like, oh, he's not a good action figure, so we'll put all these other action figures in here, and you know. We got Black Hand in the Suicide Squad. That's something we need to see.
Well, I mean, I know you're kind of disappointed in this new Suicide Squad film having no Jared Leto Joker in it.
All right, we're going to go on to number 3, Infinity War.
Infinity War is great.
I will always prefer that over Endgame, even though Endgame has some of the most iconic scenes in it. But Infinity War...
Endgame had a lot of fan service. And I'm not saying that's wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah...
Just the snap. That final scene with Scarlet Witch and Vision is just, you gotta kill somebody you love? That's gotta suck. You know, especially if it's the only soul you've connected with after losing your brother.
Yeah, if only they followed it up with a TV series or something.
The thing I loved the best about it, and I loved WandaVision, of course. The thing I liked the best about that was the main center of that fucking movie is the villain. Thanos is the center. He is the main character.
He's Thanos.
Everything is revolving around him.
It's weird because he's not only the antagonist of the film.
He's the
I
protagonist.
would argue that he's the protagonist of the film.
Everyone's trying to stop him.
And he has what seems like the most character growth in it.
Yes. My number 2, it's not based on an actual comic book, but it's based on comic source material. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. The fucking movie's fantastic. It's a slow burner, and when it picks up, it's so fucking nihilistic. Fuck the world. The world's falling apart, and don't pray because there's nothing saving you. That's just what you get out of it. And
No,
then
you
at the
know
end
what
of the
you
day,
get?
you get what you fucking deserve. But the thing about that movie is I think a lot of people can relate to Arthur Fleck. It's, going down that road of where he goes to. Maybe we need to become a nicer, kinder society. That's never going to fucking happen. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm fucking sorry. Absolutely fucking sorry. It's just never going to happen. I would like for it to happen, but we're a world full of assholes. So...
And there you have it.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. All right. And my number 1 movie is The Dark Knight. That's it. As much as I love Joaquin's Joker, it's always going to be Heath's Joker for me. He was fun, entertaining, and he was a fucking terrorist. He caused anarchy. His whole goal was to push everyone to make them as fucking ugly as he was. His whole thing is basically, and this is Joker's whole thing, I'm in you. There's a lot of me in you. You get pushed, and you're going to turn right into me. Again, the famous line, you're just one bad day away from being me. And I will comment on, as much as I love the Netflix Daredevil series, it took a lot of balls to fucking have Punisher say that in season 2 of Daredevil. Wow. It took one of the most